Good evening, Tasha the Travel Nerd here. I wanted to come on tonight and just talk briefly about our family cruise coming up for 2026. Um, was really excited this week to see that we sold out of all 25 cabins that I had reserved for us. I thought it was time I come on here and tell y'all a little bit about the details about the trip. I'm getting a lot of questions, so I wanted just to provide some additional information for everybody. So, yes, we have sold out of the 25 cabins I have reserved, which means the group rates I have secured are gone for now. I have updated the site with the current rates, and I am going to keep the reduced deposit available so that others that still want to attend can take advantage of that. Even with the folks that got in on the group rate, you're not going to have your cabin assigned to you until you actually have full deposits in. And full deposit means $99 for each person. So cabins don't get assigned to that point. For people that are coming in after this, basically after this video has aired, just know that once you get to the point that you have a full deposit in, I will make sure that you have the best rate. So I will research and make sure it's nothing out there that can get you a better rate. So just rest assured that when it's time for me to book you in, I will make sure that you get the best rate and will adjust whatever's on your invoice accordingly. So just wanted you to know about that. So that's the cabins. Okay, now this is a contracted group trip. Okay, so what that means is that I have money on the line already. I've had to pay a deposit for each cabin that I have reserved and pay a deposit for each hotel room that has been reserved. So just know that monthly payments are mandatory. You have to make your monthly payments because you can't get booked in and really secure a cabin until you get that full deposit in. And the hotel rooms, if you signed up for one of the hotel rooms coming in a day early, those are actually going to be paid ahead of time. So initial deposit was already due and they will be paid in full by January. So it's very important that you keep up with your monthly payments. And if you miss 2 monthly payments, you're going to be at risk of keeping that group rate because I'm going to put someone else in that spot. Because I can't run the risk of folks not paying for their room. So monthly payments are required. You don't have to do it on a day that is on the payment schedule, but you do need to make sure that you're making a payment each month. You can make more than the payment that's on there, but I want you to make sure that you're making at least that minimum monthly payment. I also would suggest you go ahead and do the auto pay, just to take the guesswork out of it. I'm telling you, folks that don't make monthly payments usually don't end up on the trip at the end. So the whole point of booking this early, especially for my folks that this is your first time coming out, is to be able to take advantage of breaking this up into smaller monthly payments. So keep up with your monthly payments. Let's see. Hotel add-ons. So I talked about that. That was an option. I have several people who have opted to select for the additional hotel add-on day. And what that is for a cruise, if you fly in the day of the cruise, you just want to be really, really sure that you're on a flight that's going to get you there early because sometimes flights get delayed. We might have bad weather. And if you miss the ship, you miss the ship. You don't get a refund because your flight was delayed. So I often recommend that folks fly in the day before. So if you're going to fly in the day before, I have hotel space reserved. The hotel does have a free shuttle from Miami Airport to the hotel. And then they have a shuttle there that will take us to the cruise. So we do pay for that, but that's been set up and arranged for us. So we will have transportation from that hotel to the cruise port on the day that we're supposed to board. If you're not coming in a day early, I would not purchase a flight that gets me in Miami later than 1 p.m. Okay, so if you're flying in the day of, nothing that gets you here later than 1 p.m. You want to be on those early bird flights, okay? The boat leaves at 5. It's gone. It's gone. You can't be running up, pulling up. It's going to be gone at 5. And then for flights going home, you want to make sure that you book something that's no earlier than 1 p.m. I mean, some people push it with a 12:30, but again, you got to give yourself time to get off the ship, get on your transportation to take you to the airport, have time to check in and all of that good stuff. So to be on the safe side, I recommend not getting a flight that leaves earlier than 1 p.m. on the day that you're returning home. Okay. Now with that hotel, those hotel rooms are 165, and that's including taxes and all of that good stuff. The hotel rooms will hold up to 4 people. So, if you guys want to combine up, that's fine, but that's how that works. Okay, that's the hotels. All right, the cruise line. So MSC Cruise Line, they are a budget cruise line. And what I like about them is that they offer you great prices at a base rate. Okay, so that means you can have, your basic cruise experience for a good cost, but you have the option to add things on if you want to enhance that. So, like, your base cost is going to include the buffets and the main dining rooms. Okay, but it's not going to include the specialty restaurants that they have. The base cost does include like whatever beverages they have in the buffet, like they might have a fruit punch, a lemonade, tea, something like that. But it doesn't include other beverages. So they do have drink packages that you can purchase. They do have room service, but room service costs, the food costs. Now, if you're in some of the other categories, they will waive the delivery fee. But if you're in one of the base categories, it's a delivery charge with the room service. But that's just, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, like the attractions, like they got zip line and different things like that on there, but it's a cost for that. Now they do have a fun pass that you can purchase that's like $80, and anybody in the cabin can use it. But for $80, it's $140 value, so you can use it at those different attractions that they charge for. On MSC, so I talked about experiences. Bella is the base experience. If you have a Bella cabin, that means it's a guaranteed cabin. So you'll be in that category that you selected, but it's going to be anywhere, wherever they have a space available. If you do Fantastica, that's basically like your run of the mill, what it normally is, kind of cruise package. You get to choose your cabin. Now, I will be choosing the cabins for everyone. I mean, if you are familiar and you want a particular cabin that you know about, I have a specific room number, send me a message and let me know. But I'll be selecting cabins, to try to keep us together. Let's see. Aria is an upgraded experience, and it pretty much gives you free My Choice dining, where you can dine anytime, and it kind of has an exclusive restaurant. They have an exclusive sun deck called the Solarium. You get free access to that. You get a free thermal spa pass at the spa. You get discounts on spa services. You get a bottle of Prosecco and chocolates when you check in. Robe and slippers, no delivery charge on room service. So that's an upgraded experience. It's roughly about $125 more per person over the deluxe balcony cost. So if that's something you're interested in, they have that. I talked about the different add-ons, the specialty dining, the drink packages, Wi-Fi. They have photo packages. They actually have an all-inclusive kind of digital photo package, which is pretty cool. So if you go on Facebook, the Facebook event page, I have all of those items listed, all those different options. You can take a look at that. If it's anything that you want to add on, I would add that on before the cruise. And all you have to do is send me a message and let me know what you want to add on, because the cost will go up. The cost will increase on board anywhere from 10 to 20%. So the prices I have listed, those are the discounted prices that will increase on the ship. So if you're interested in that, be sure to add that on before the cruise. You have your choice of early or late dining. I generally am going to opt for early dining unless you tell me you want late dining, because I feel like if you're hungry and you're ready to eat, you want to be able to go to the dining room when it's time to eat. And if you miss it, and if you don't feel like it, you can always go to the buffet later. So if you want late dining, reach out to me and let me know. Otherwise, I generally default to selecting early dining for everyone. They do have gratuities. You can opt to prepay the gratuities or to be added to the your bill once you're on board. Those are $48 per person. And the last thing that I want to mention is status match. So MSC does offer status match. So if you have status with Carnival, one of the other cruise lines, a lot of different hotels, Hilton, if you have like Hilton Gold, that is really good. That transfers really well. Again, if you go on the Facebook event page, I have their match chart. So you can look at that and see if you have status with one of those companies listed. And be sure to look at all of the companies, because like I did mine for Carnival and then realized that had I used Hilton, I would have got a higher match. So make sure you look at the whole thing and see who gives you the best bang for your buck, because you can only do it once. And if you want to do that status match, I would do that now. It's a link on the page to take you to do that. You're going to need a picture of your status or the card or whatnot, and then you can apply for that. And once you get that number, you need to give that number to me so I can add it to your reservation. If you get matched to at least silver status, I believe that gives you a $50 onboard credit. So it's worth looking into. So be sure to check out the status match to see if you qualify for that. And I think that's it for now. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. But otherwise, looking forward to seeing everyone next year as we go on our family cruise. Love y'all. See you soon.